Hello, everyone, and good early morning. It's 15 past 8 here a.m. in Chiang Mai. Today we're walking with fire. Aircon on. So welcome to 108 Days with me, Sara Marie. I'm here to teach you how to alchemize and hold intensity in your body and to connect with your body and to learn to alchemize energy, emotions, life, thoughts, patterns, identities, cultures, whatever you want to alchemize. So I'm building you up from ground zero. So please start at day one if you are new. We are building. So today we are holding and walking with fire. So alchemy and transformation is all about facing and processing whatever we haven't processed before. And life is going to give us challenges in order to help us grow into the people that we know and that we are asking to become or to remember. So life is a journey of returning to the self. So we are handed different, situations in life, and it's each to our own, and figure out what are we going to do with that. What is my path? What am I doing here? So I'm very immersed in that journey. That's the biggest topic of my life. So I'm going deep into this process, and I've been very deep into the internal alchemy process for almost a decade now, together with my husband. So let's drop into the body straight away. Just tune into the spine a little bit. Just wave. I'm on my knees. You can be cross-legged if you like. Just saying hello to the spine a little bit, just arriving into the session. So especially now when we start to move a lot of energy, then it's important that we bridge a little bit so we don't go, we've been talking about this, going between states and going between practices, and just being able to move and also bridge. So we want to be able to move quickly, and we want to know when we are supposed to transition more slowly. Again, multiple alchemy layers. So just saying hello to the body, inviting the root lock. Just saying hello, maybe touching the belly a little bit. So we're widening the spinal flow window. So we're including the belly, we're including the spine, we're including just checking in, arriving, just allowing whatever is on the other side, what came before, what's coming after. Let's just drop in and be with ourselves. This is your moment, this is your time, this is a little bit of space every day for the body to arrive into itself and to alchemize life and whatever we have going on. Fingertips together. Just warm up a little bit. So even though we're talking about fire and we're moving into fire and we talk about holding fire and all of that, it's still the same thing. The trick to hold the fire is to do as you do every other day. Just tune in and feel into your breath of life. So when we start to move, the body starts to respond with how it's feeling today. Oh, opening up my chest. So just arriving into this position. So it's almost like we're normalizing this level of fire. Doesn't have to be much, but I notice that my breath is getting affected. This is very good practice to do if you have a short period of time and you just need to move the energy in your body and you want to have the experience of the alchemy. And then you can use the time and space and intensity if you want to build up a lot of fire or move a lot of fire. So the deeper we move, the more fire we tend to generate. But this is not about building a whole, forest fire. It's about activating the fire a little bit and handling it. Okay. Relax a little bit. Just allow everything to settle. I can feel it's connecting with my stomach and I feel a fake hunger. Fake hunger is connected with anger. And when there's fire, there can be a lot of anger. So there's a lot of connection with the fire and the anger and the bodily symptoms. That is not what we believe. I thought my whole life that this feeling was that I was actually hungry. No, I had emotions and I wanted to put a cap on them with the food. So that's one thing I learned through this alchemy process. Okay, so what happens when you slow down, when you move a little bit and slow down? Pay attention. It's all about awareness and paying attention. Opening up the neck. Okay, so grab your notebook. Alive right now. So what's alive right now? What are you feeling? What are you noticing? We're going to come back to that again and again and again. Awareness is the key. What are you noticing in your body? That is the first trick to hold the fire, to be aware of what is actually going on. Okay, finalize the sentence. Heating up the hands, saying hello to the eyes. Deep breaths. Connect with the ears. Twist, turn, grab gently or firmly, whatever the body is calling for. Root lock. Opening up the neck. Then come back to the spinal flow a little bit. So we're normalizing, moving through the different aspects of the body. You saying hello in your own tempo, learning your own flow. What does the body like? What does it communicate? So just checking in. That is the first level of fire. Okay, another round of breathing. So let's explore the fire now. So you deliberately go a little bit under what you feel is strenuous. So we want it to be strenuous, but not too much. And then you move from there, then you build from there. If the body is accepting the fire, then you increase it. And you will feel if the body responds with, oh, I want more, or I want less. So just tune in, find a pace. Okay, so now I'm getting a little bit, I'm straining a little bit, and then the hunger feeling is right here. And it's like roaring, but I know it's not hunger. I know it's another energy moving. And it's connected to anger. Because I had a fire incident yesterday, so I've been processing, and all of the fire experiences are invitations for us to grow as humans, to choose who we are in the moment and respond to life in the way that we want to. And that is the capacity of holding fire, is experiencing the fire and yet being able to choose who you are going to be in that circumstance. And that is how you alchemize. You hold the fire, you allow the body to transform it, you support the process by calming everything down. And then we check our judgments. Where are we projecting the energy? Are we able to hold the fire, or are we creating a forest fire by setting everyone else on fire? So fire is a strong element. So it's something that we need to take accountability for. And the best way to take accountability is to alchemize it, to owning it in your body. And it's funny because today my air bike, my assault bike, is on camera. And that's actually what I use when I want to alchemize a lot of energy. It's a fantastic full body alchemization. You're able to really adjust the tempo and connect the root lock. So it's about meeting the fire with the same amount of fire, but from a completely different energy. So it's meeting with another element. Like water, like air, but a lot of water is good. Okay. I'm bringing in my bolster because my knees are hurting a little bit, so I don't strain myself. Spinal flow, root lock. So as we build up the energy, when we build up the heat, it's like you can imagine that it's a fire, and you can imagine the body's working very hard. And it's a similar state to when we are emotionally triggered or vulnerable, or, we're experiencing things that is creating a huge discomfort in the body. So when we deliberately walk into these experiences and we start to hold ourselves from a very, very, very alert awareness, and we bring in forgiveness, we bring in grace, and we bring in patience and love, as we spoke about, that's like the water on the fire. So just close your eyes, chin to chest. So just check in with the water that you have available. What do you do when there's a fire? Sometimes we go hard on ourselves. Sometimes we need to regulate with others or other things, like, we use food and alcohol and dating and video games and Netflix and all kinds of things to kind of numb ourselves. So the fire is about actually feeling everything and taking full accountability for that. And that is almost like allowing yourself to get burned. And that is a very special process, because it can be confused with people pleasing, that we are obeying to the world. But fire is more about surrendering, because we want the fire, we want a small fire. But when there's a forest fire, that's just not going to benefit everyone and anyone, and it burns ourselves and it burns others. So to not spread the wildfire is to allow ourselves to get burned, but not in a way where we are victims, where we just stand in the fire. So grab your notebook. I can stand in my fire when. I can stand or hold my fire when. So this is where you bring in the water and what actually helps you. Pressure moving. Okay, finalize the sentence. I'm going to move some more. So feel into if you want to have living toes and go even wider and bigger. And then you can also go down on the way down. So it's almost like a prayer position. So it's wide all the way down. So here you can start to feel that we are starting to work the core a little bit. So this becomes more of a full body experience. And this is starting to really activate my upper legs, which I want. So I'm moving a lot of the dense energy in my thighs, which is a lot of energy. So I'm using the fire, I'm using the challenges and the situations that life presents to me in order to look deeper at myself. So I had one of those situations yesterday, and today I'm much more clear with where I was not holding my power, where I was, I can backtrack. And then I can seal those with no judgment, with no shame, blame towards anyone who was involved with the situation, because the situation was a gift, and it's up to each and every one to treat it as one. Because we can either lean into the fire and blame everyone else and like a dragon just burn the world, or we take full accountability, we burn ourselves, but what we burn is the false identity, not the true self. So if we can hold the fire and let the ego kind of burn with it, and realize that we can decide later what we want to do with this fire. But when the fire is active, we just alchemize. We don't do anything else, because the risk of us burning everything else to the ground is so high. So we want to deal with ourselves first, because the fire also consumes us. It consumes the life force. And if we're not accessing what is continually creating the fire internally, then we're just going to keep burning. And all we do is burning our organs. If it's anger, it's the liver, and the liver is the main organ for alchemization together with the kidneys. So if we carry all this fire all the time without taking full responsibility for it and alchemizing it, we're going to spread. Okay, relax. So that was strenuous for me because I was talking. I'm also moving a lot of energy in the lungs. So I want to get a little bit, I want to exercise. I want to move the energy. I cough a lot, and, there's energy moving in my chest. Chin to chest. Let's hand on knees, breathe in, and let's pump the belly a little bit. Breathe in. Pop. Don't push yourself, just experiment with it. Some days you will want to go longer, some days shorter. So today my body didn't want to, it was not in tune. But it doesn't matter. That's what I mean. That's like the fire is all about experimenting, and we have to be willing to walk into the fire. And that's how the unknown can feel, because when we step out into the unknown, the fire kind of grows because we get uncomfortable. So when we grow into the uncomfortable, we deliberately cause a fire. And together with the alchemy process, we want to start deliberate fires, not by picking fights with others. We want to create the fire ourselves with the practice, with moving out of our comfort zone, doing things that we want to do, but maybe don't feel like courage enough to do. So it's the pursuit of the dream, the pursuit of the life that we have in our hearts. And that's why the connection with the behind the heart, because we want to open up the physical space so we can actually receive the life that we are meant to have, and the feelings that we are meant to have in life, that we know, because we know what feeling inside that is it's like it's asking for us. It's this longing inside. That is the soul, that is the dream, that is the wish. And it's about pursuing that. And when we open up the body naturally pursues it. We don't need to, it's like it knows how to, it's like you just turn it on and it automatically aligns with the everything, with purpose, with the people you are supposed to be with. We naturally align. When we become who we truly are, we naturally align with what is ours. And that is the manifestation. So the manifestation is not something that we are looking for or trying to create in the external. It's an energy inside that aligns the body with its creator. it's like we are the same. And when I align with what made me, then everything starts to open up. So in the behind the scenes podcast, I did a full episode on the social construct and start to discuss a little bit what this material world is doing, and it's drawing our attention away from ourselves and the processes and the knowing that we have. So it's about bringing that awareness inside, learn how to alchemize, hold the fire of life, and then we move through the world because we can hold the fire, and then we can meet the world because we learn to meet the fire inside of ourselves. 25 minutes, 26, maybe I finish here. Ooh, short session today. That would feel like an accomplishment. So I'm going to do that. I've been bridging out a little bit. So it's about getting comfortable in the fire, realizing that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to, occasionally set things on fire, because we have that ability. So that's what we do. But when we do, we are aware and say, oh, that's what I'm doing. I don't want to do that anymore. And when we alchemize and move the energy in the body, that actually becomes available, because otherwise we are just running on imprints that is the same. It's like we expect another outcome, but this is the same. So we have to change in order to change. And that's what the fire does. So the fire is a gift, but it burns a lot. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Is there anything I want to say? Yes, my hypothyroidism manual compilation is finally live. I posted the first reel about it today. So I'm I don't know what that was. That was a little hump I had to get over. And that's what it is. We get humps. We just got to learn to roll with the punches. And the internal alchemy makes you like flowy. It's like, oh, I can't. It's like the Matrix. It's, that's what it is. That's super cool. Okay. If you need support, I'm available. If you don't need support, that's fantastic. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe. And now I'm going to hang up. Bye-bye. I don't want to.